and I'm with Chavo and Sun Gaming, and we are playing Destiny. It could be that it'll just be you, me, and nobody. You, me, and nobody. That's okay. You, me, and nobody's fun too.
Okay, updating holiday. Well done.
Cool. We're having big boom booms and bang bangs and whoopity whoop whoops and.
Yeah, this guy here was
helping you out.
Oh, he was tearing it up. I couldn't keep up.
He was excited.
I tried holding him off. Yeah.
Oh, this guy's still moving here. You guys, something's going on here. He's popping and booming. I find it interesting how they keep wiggling and moving at you. He stopped. Good job.
All right. So let me check the.
Hey, Roger. It's me and Chavo here. We're gonna play some Destiny. I told you I'd stream it because it's one of my favorite games. I always try to stream it when it's my favorite game. I can't do this.
What's up, Roger?
I don't know if you guys can hear Chavo. He's a little low on my end too. So you hear him, you hear him. You don't, you don't. It's not a big deal.
If you need me to raise the mic up, I could turn the volume up some more.
I don't know. Just have to wait and see what Roger says. Roger, can you hear Chavo? Do my thing. He just told me to do my thing, dear. I've graduated in Roger's vocabulary as being honey, baby, and dear. Told him it was fine.
Nice.
Says, what's up, Chavo? He says, yes, if you could turn it up a little bit, that would be good. So meaning he can hear you, but you're just a tad bit low.
Okay.
I won't be able to tell because I can hear you now, so I can't tell if it's...
Okay.
Did you change your clothes again? Holy moly, you're worse than my daughter.
I did.
I'm telling you.
Well, this is a female character. Yeah, she's got a big wardrobe.
I'd imagine my daughter, since she was little, and people they always laughed at me. Oh, wait till she's a teenager. No. When she was 2, my daughter informed me I could no longer dress her. The moment my daughter could talk, the moment my daughter could talk, she was dressing herself. And she'd tell me all the time, "You can't dress me, Mom. You just..." And then when she was 5, she'd try to dress me. Like we would go.
Oh, really?
He says it's good. He can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, great.
We went to like a kindergarten graduation or something, and she's like, "Are you wearing that?" Yeah. Well, Mom, couldn't you wear this instead? And she pulls out a whole bunch of stuff out of my wardrobe. I'm following the wrong guy here. Ooh, blowing things up. Where'd that come from?
Yep. These guys up here.
Throwing bombs, having a party. What the heck? There's another one coming. Alright, where are we going? I got them skanks coming after me. Oh wait, that's not what they're called. They're shanks. I always call them the skanks. The skanks are after me.
The skanks are after you.
Yeah. And now when she gets dressed, it's like anytime we want to go someplace, I have to wake her up a whole hour early. She's so much like my mother. It cracks me up. I'll say to her, "You have stuff to wear," and there'll be all these clean clothes. There's not a single thing to wear. It's not the right stuff.
Man.
So I don't know what to tell you. And every time we go to a store, we gotta go by and look. You don't got no money. That's alright, I'm just looking. I get it. I look at video games. Every time we go by a video game store, we look at video games. I get it, you know. We all have our things we like to look at. Go to the bookstore, look at the books. Comic books. Sometimes I'll look at music. It's rare, but sometimes I will. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm that way with cars. We're close to a dealership or whatever.
You gotta go look at the cars.
I want to. I want to go look at the cars.
You know, my dad was big on that when I was a kid, because it was Cadillacs were his thing. So every 3 months or so, he'd drag us all down to go look at the Cadillac dealer. It was always funny to me because people would, the dealers would be very nice to my dad because he usually buy a new one every 2-3 years, and he was always very they were always nice to him, but you could see him eyeballing us as he would open the door and make us all sit in it. You know? Yeah. Not that it ever mattered, because it wouldn't matter what the rest of us said about it.
Right,
he liked it, he was buying it in a moment. But you know how they'd eyeball you like, these are kids. Go put the kid in the brand new Cadillac, please.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hands wash. Are you clean? I guess they were lucky because my mother was always cleaning us. Like, always. Somebody was washing you up. She would pull out that hanky. You know, you see the 50s movies or stuff, or the 60s movies where the mom pulls out the hanky and is rubbing your face with spit. That was my mother.
Right.
Constantly. It was just like, please stop.
Oh,
and it was always problematic for her because I was one of those people that was a dustbin. I collected dust. I could sit in a room that was dust free and I would still I would somehow find dust.
Listen up, Guardians. I need you to be my eyes.
And it drove her nuts. She'd be like, I left you 5 minutes. How could you be dirty? And there'd be a smudge on me or something or somewhere, you know, or she'd put me in some light colored outfit. And again, there's the skanks again.
Are they after you?
Yeah, I guess. They must be looking for me. It's just that one that comes over that rise there. But yeah, so and that was one of the things when my kids were little, I was not going to wash their face in public. I didn't care how dirty they were. I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, yep. We're about the same there. Kids go out and they look like a mess. They're running through, playing in the dirt. I mean, most of the time we just don't have time to
clean them.
We don't have time to get them all washed up. Yeah.
I just remember my mom. We'd go to the bank, standing in line in the bank. It was almost like a nervous habit with her. She'd turn around and look at me and my brother, and then start cleaning us there. So like little cats, you know.
Oh.
Like, please stop. She did that well until I was probably about 8, 9 years old. I was like, just stop. One time I told her, and she was like, I'm your mother. I want you to be perfect in public. Okay, but everybody looks at me funny when you're doing it, so I'm not sure if that's what you're saying or not. And not very few people liked me as a child, and even though I was very quiet and compliable, adults liked me, you know, but kids didn't. So the moment one of them see me in public, and my mother's doing this to me, that was gonna be the talk of the town, you know, talk of the thing for a week or so in school. Kids. Where are you? I lost you again.
I am above you.
On the rocks?
Behind you now.
Oh.
I floated over.
There you are. There's a bunch of them over there. Where? Did you go over and kill them?
Nope. They're all on this.
They're hiding out at you from you. There's a skank over there. There's some over here.
Yeah. Some skanks and some vandals.
Vandals.
And
makes me think of the song.
Oh yeah.
The singers. What did they sing? I think they sang I'm a Runaway. Run, run, run away. I think that was Vandals. I'm not positive if I can't look it up, but I think that's what they sang, was that Little Runaway. It was either like the Little Runaway or the Wanderer or something like that.
Right.
That's not my generation of music. I only know it because my mother and my father were big. You know how when you were a teenager you were big into music?
Yep.
My parents were that way all my life. They were like, but they were picky, but then they never never moved with the music. They all just kind of stayed frozen in time. And then I thought, that must be how you know you're old. When you no longer can listen to anyone else's music but the music that you grew up with.
Oh, yeah.
So I vowed never to become that way. So my daughter will bring home bands and stuff, and I'll listen to them, pick out the ones I like, and then I won't get rid of the other ones. The newest one is Die Antwood. You can look them up on YouTube. They're kind of a weird... Yeah, kind of a weird rap. Some of their songs are really Not friendly. They're not children friendly, that's for sure. Don't be listening to them with the kids in the car. I mean, they're worse than some of the rap guys I've listened to. And the videos are really... But they're very, like, a mixture. They're from South Africa, white South Africa. And they're like a mixture. That's what they call themselves, white South Africa. They're like a mixture of heavy metal rap. Thrasher music.
Oh, okay.
But they do have, you can understand their words and stuff. But it's enough, you could dance to it. I mean, it's not like you just have to headbang to it or something. But they have some cute lyrics. But they both look like meth people. It's really weird. They look like little gothy meth people. Like I say, they're not children friendly, that's for sure. But my daughter's like she's gonna be 27, so she wouldn't necessarily need to be. And my son, he every once in a while be singing a song to me, and I'll be like, "How did you hear that?" Of course, YouTube. And he has a wide, for not listening to music like you see him listening to music. He has a wide sense of music.
Oh yeah.
But my kids are very much into like all the music that I played for them. And then whenever I come up across something new, I'll share it with them. I found it interesting though that music had to step aside for video games. Had to make a choice between listening to music and I can now do both. I did the Spotify, and I'll pick it up. But you don't have radios like you did when you were a kid. I don't have radios like I did when I was a kid. You either listen to them on YouTube or
I remember
MySpace.
Recording off the radio under the cassette tape.
Yes. Or people making, and then after a while there was people doing it for you on DVD, like not DVD but CD. I made you a mix. I remember that so clearly. People always say, "Did somebody really make you a mix?" Yeah, I've gotten mixes in my lifetime.
Yeah, I remember a kid when they first had CD burners that came out.
Yep.
And he was like, "Yeah, I could burn that for you in like 45 minutes." Oh wow, that's cool! You can copy an entire CD in 45 minutes. It doesn't even take 5 minutes to do.
Nope.
Now. But.
And then there was a guy in where I came from was Redding, California. I was born in Sacramento, California, and I moved my way north ever so slowly. But in Redding, there was a guy that used to do copying of DVDs for me. We're gonna dance. You got a different dance. I like your dance better. That's a really cool dance.
Found a trickster, huh?
Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of them. I'll just nod at you. There you go, I agreed with you. That should make you feel good. Hey, Midnight, how are you? Midnight Lost Gaming is in the chat. Whoop, 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 whoop. Chavo and I are playing Destiny. Here's Chavo.
What's up, Midnight? Hi.
But yeah, it's, you think about it. I turned 53 and some guy jumped on my chat the other day. I was playing Save the World. He's like, "You're not going to be 53." Because I told him I was 115 and he needed to shapen up, stop talking to me like that. He's like, "No, you're not." I'm like, "Well, you're probably right. Maybe 100 you could play video games still, I'm hoping." But then I said, "No, I'm going to be 53" when he, straightened up and started talking nice. And so he goes, "Well, you're just talking the whole time." I said, "I just told you I was streaming." "Well, why do you have to talk the whole time?" What part of streaming do you not understand, dude?
Yeah, a lot. If I don't have someone in the chat, oh man, I find myself putting myself to sleep. I don't have someone to talk to. I have a hard time talking to myself.
I don't have a hard time. I can't do stories, so I can't play the character. I have to just talk about whatever it is I want to talk about. And I can do that by myself, but I can't tell stories like that. Which is funny because I can write them, but I can't. If we're just sitting, cause my grandson will say to me, "Right, tell me a story." "No, you tell me a story." It'll be much easier if you just tell me a story. You know, because he'll tell me a story of Star Wars constantly. Clone Wars is his favorite thing right now. So we'll have huge stories about, you know. But he'll throw in Kylo Ren in there, and he'll put Darth Vader in too. And I'm trying to explain to him, you know, they weren't alive together. They are in my story. Okay, that's cool. We can do that.
Yeah, love kids' sense of humor.
That's always. And my son is the epitome of you know, when you talk about playing with kids, what's the difference between playing with adults and playing with kids? That's alright, if I die, I'll just start over. What? He just spent like 3 hours. What do you want to do that for, you know? But that's what you do, Mom. Okay.
Yeah, we were playing, we went to Dave & Buster's for grandparents' birthday, and they had a retro Miss Pac-Man and Galaga machine out front that was like a donation for Make-A-Wish. All the proceeds for it went into that.
Oh, that's cool.
So the kids wanted to play it, so Micah hopped on, and he died pretty quickly, not knowing how Galaga worked. And he's like, "Dad, why can't I keep respawning?" Like, well, son, you only get 3 lives. Only 3.
Why would you play this game?
Yeah, so he did that, and then he tried Mrs. Pac-Man. Mrs. Pac-Man. It was pretty fun to watch him play it.
Yeah, we have all those for the different, you know, like each of the consoles as we've gone through life in consoles, because, you know.
Right.
You pick up games and then you pick them up again, and then you pick them up again. So, yeah, Pac-Man's a big favorite in this house. And whenever you go to play the Pac-Man, you know, like you say, in the arcade, all of a sudden it's, you know, 50 cents, a quarter, depending on where you go. And you die 3 times, and they like looking at me like, is that it? I'm like, yeah, sorry. That's it. Because we have bars that have video games in it.
Right.
A couple of them are family, where you can come and have lunch, and then you know, also have video games of all kinds you can play, and they have the old ones and they have the new ones and stuff like that. But and then we have some that have Overwatch and things like that.
They have
They have where you go to the bar and they have big giant screens and you can play Overwatch, or you can play Fortnite. I think now is what everybody's playing. You can jump on, and whoever is free you can play, and then they switch them out, you know, as they play them. They did have, for a while in the mall, they had a place where you would go and you pay to play the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One game for an hour or so. But it kept moving, and I'm not sure that it ever did really well. But the bars do well, because, you know, people can come and drink, too.
Right, yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they don't have anything like that. We got there's a couple retro bars out here with a bunch of old arcades.
Mm-hmm.
Guardian, I received a scrambled message from a signal I'm unfamiliar with.
What's this?
Secret message, it said.
Secret message?
It says...
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
That comm signal came in multiple parts.
While you're bouncing around the moon. Hey, Midnight, if you look up Shardvixen on an Xbox One, that's my game thing, too. Chavo's dancing again. Chavo has an addiction to dancing. He must not go dancing in real life much.
No.
Well, with kids, it's kind of hard. We have these things. We used to have these things. Not here so much in Springfield, Oregon, though in the summertime they have it. But in Redding they have these spring concerts that are free, and so you could go to at the farmers market every Thursday market is what they called it in Redding. You could go and they have a world music band come and play. Mm-hmm. A couple of my favorite bands that I really enjoy that did Celtic music and stuff would show up, and I'd take the kids out and we'd go dancing.
Oh, nice.
What we did.
Yeah. They did that at the old city that we lived in California. They had something like that.
Yeah, California's big on the summer concert series.
Summer
or
music
whatever.
festivals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ones you have to pay for, but there's free ones. But
yeah, the ones out here, they call them homecomings out here, but it's like it's a carnival from Friday night until Monday, half day on Monday. And it'll be like Memorial Weekend or something like that, so Monday's off. They'll do a half day Monday. So and it lasts all weekend. They do all sorts of different genres of music.
yeah, that's what I like. Yes, Midnight, you did hear Redding, as in Shasta County, California, known for its Great Lakes, as in not Great Lakes, but lakes that are great. You got Lassen,
Fantastic.
Whiskey Town, Shasta,
Quality.
dams and hiking. That's what it's known for. Big giant river. Oh, and the Sundial Bridge is now the big thing everybody knows about. And yes, I played Monster Hunter 2 days ago on Xbox. That's me, Shardvixen. There is no other Shardvixen as far as I know. I have not run across any. No Shardvixen number 1 or 2 or 1965 or anything like that. Just me. Which is cool. Because there's a lot of other names out there that I had that seem to show up. Little Valley.
Yeah, Chavos. There's a bunch of Chavos.
Because it rhymes with taco so well. That's what the problem is there.
Oh, that could
Everybody wants to be a Chavo taco. Come on. I don't know. It's being funny. I don't.
Yeah,
Chavo. I think Chavo's a nickname, if I remember right. I had a friend whose name was, it wasn't his real name, but his nickname was Chavo, and he was Hispanic. So I'm thinking Chavo's a nickname, a Spanish or a Mexican nickname. I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Either or?
There's also, I'm Spanish. My family's from, traced back to Spain. But my immediate family is from New Mexico.
So the Chavo that I knew, it was his nickname, and he had Uncle Chavo, and then there was him, and both of them shared the same adult name. I don't remember he'd never tell us what it was because he didn't want us to call him it. He only wanted us to call him Chavo. I have a lot of people like that. There's people who don't want to, be called by their full name.
Right. I
don't like being called by my full name. It's Elizabeth.
4 mics.
So
we had 4 mics at my job. And when I started there, I told them what my name was, and they're like, "No, that's not going to work."
I
was kind of like,
too
"What?"
many of those now. Give us another name.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so that's Mike. I'm Mikey. That's Junior. Now we got, what's your last name? And I told them, like, okay, well, you're Chavo. Okay. Yeah. So it's stuck. Been Chavo for, let's see, what was that, 2014? Yeah. No, 2016. So, 12 years. Been Chavo for 12 years.
But it's funny because the older you get, the less, friends you have. I don't know how to say it. I mean, you have friends, but the friends who knew you, I have one friend that I've known since 5th grade, who I've been in and out of with touch with. I have another friend who has known me since 1997. Right. So you have these people that you have longevity with, but none of them know about your childhood names or, things like that. So the only one that does is that, like I said, the lady I knew from 6th grade, because my name's been chopped up in all kinds of various ways. Midnight's been called the crazy mother effer. I'm sorry. I don't know who I've always been called the crazy mother effer. I hopefully your parents didn't call you that, but I have met parents who call their kids some very strange things. I worked with a gentleman whose pet name for his kid was Fucker. So his little fucker. I was
One
like,
message
you know,
sequence decrypted.
it doesn't go well when you go to school. You can't really. And his child got in trouble because they were standing up and talking about family names.
Nice.
And he's all like, my dad calls me. You know, like there was no big deal about it. I'm like, yeah. So I was working with the family, you know, in parenting skills. That's one of my jobs in the past. And he's like, I don't understand what the big deal is. Okay, I said, first of all, the word's not a friendly word normally. I mean, it doesn't even, there's no way you can come up with a pet name for that. That I know of. I mean, there are a lot of people that'll try, but I said, and then I said, if he repeats it though, he gets in trouble for it. I mean, technically, so would an adult, but not as bad. I mean, it'd be that everybody frown upon it kind of thing, like a social fupa. But because the father was mentally delayed, right? So his IQ is not very high, and his common sense isn't very high. But he could, you know, work on machinery really, really great. And where he worked, they didn't care, you know, like they didn't, because he was in the back, and it's like, all my friends at work don't have a problem with it. Well, you're sitting in the back with a bunch of guys. I've worked with guys. I can tell you, it's not a big deal. And yeah, it was really hard to explain it to him, and finally he's like, well, what do I call him then? I've been calling him that for 9 years. I'm like, well, his name would be good. Is there something wrong with his name? Well, his mother named him. I didn't like it. Okay, well, maybe you should pick a new name for him since Mom don't live with you guys no more. That's what he did. He picked a name. He's like, he'd write down a bunch of names and give them to me. Can I call him this? Can I call him that? So Midnight says he had old schoolmates. I was always on the thrill seeking. That he was always on a thrill seeker that almost do anything: bungee jumping, rock climbing, but actually the main reason I got the nickname was because I never backed down from a fight, no matter how big the other person was. Oh, you're just crazy. So I can see where they gave you the crazy name. Crazy will get you in trouble all the time. Ooh, I never backed down from a fight either. I just found sneakier ways to get it done. Like, find somebody and say, you know that guy over there? He just called you blah, 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 blah. I'm sure you didn't like that. But you should take care of that.
Oh, there it is.
Where are they going? Oh, this way.
Right over here.
Hang on.
I did the same thing with females, too. I'd say, you know, so-and-so said this about you. I don't know what she was talking about, though. You're such a sweet person. And then I would say, you know, I'm so-and-so's friend, and they don't really like it when you talk to them that way. Okay, it's transferring words at... Do we have to do something to it, or we just...
we just need to kill things.
Kill things? Wait, that's Destiny. It's a game of Destiny.
Kill things.
Kill things.
Big Booty Nick is here, or is near. Where is he?
Some of these names crack me up. It's like playing Fortnite. Just reading the names is a fun event. Just read all their names.
I saw that they had a streamer mode where they, they turn it off and they just give them some random numbers. So it's like player 347 eliminated you, and I was like, what fun is that? It's kind of fun reading some of those.
It is, and in Fortnite too. It's just like, some of them, like I was in Save the World the other day doing my Save the World thing, but you know that one guy I told you was telling me I talked to him.
Oh, yeah.
I said, which one are you? And he goes, what do you mean which one I am? I said, well, and I read off the names, and I can't remember which one he was, but there was a guy that was Nutsack Motherfucker, one was MF. And he's like, he started laughing, he's like, I said, oh, well, that tells me your age. And I said, it is a cool name, but I don't know if I'd be laughing about it. That was my name, but it wasn't his name. He's like, it's not my name. I said, oh, well, I just think it's a cool name, but I don't, you can't. My mom wouldn't let me do that. I said, I can imagine your mom probably wouldn't. I'd be asking my son, do you know what that name means? That's how I do it. If you know what the name means, then I guess you can be called that if you want.
Nearly there. Just hold on a
Do you really want to be known as that?
That forever, because it's one of those names that seems to me that's just not going to go away anytime soon.
So that's what the message was about. Wait,
Wow.
this had been a
I
signal
don't
sent
have time
by...
getting him down.
Never mind.
Yeah, he's a hefty one, isn't he? There we go.
Yeah, finally, he went down. So Midnight says, bragging right, I have never lost a fight either. Granted, I stuck to my father's rule, never start a fight, but always finish one. Yeah. It's like the macho thing of the world, but I have to tell you, there's nobody scarier than fighting women. Don't fight women.
Fighting women?
Oh yeah, women don't fight like guys fight. I've been in fights with guys, and they're not anywhere at all like fighting with women. I think though, because guys just assume if they're fighting a chick, you know, they're just gonna hit them once and that's gonna be the end of it. But if you've had martial arts, because I had training on how to stay away from being attacked by people that are not nice. So there's invade moves that you can do, you know. And then if you did boxing, I did boxing for a little bit when I was younger, much to my mother's irritation. You know, if you learn how to do that, you like, yeah. And then they teach you, though, and when you take any type of self-defense with the idea that you want to, you know, stay away from the person that's attacking you and survive, they don't tell you to, oh yeah, just stand there and evade it, you know, and put your fist up. They say, you know, pull out hair, stick your finger in their eyes, up their nose, down their throat, kick them in the shin, break a kneecap. That's the first one they always teach you, is that, and throw up on them. If you're one of those people that know how to throw up on somebody, and that'll just, right there, you can pretty much then, because they're like, oh, and you're like, then you can break a knee or, you know, whatever. Because I used to hike around all over the place with steel-toed boots for that particular reason when I was walking home from movies or going out, because people would do weird stuff. You just disappeared. Where'd you go?
Behind this thing. All right.
Oh, no? I stand there looking at you and you disappeared. What'd you do? You just like went...
I'm right behind you.
Stop sneaking up on me. Why do you have a sword?
Why not?
Weird.
Why not have a sword?
Well, no. I mean, where'd you get a sword? That's kind of cool. Why do you have a sword? That wasn't the question. I guess I came out wrong.
Man, I don't remember what the quest was, but it's a quest that Shax gives.
Oh, it's a very cool looking sword. Because I did you don't have it, but I did the Rise of the Iron, the Wolf one where you chase down the sword and you get to fight with the sword, and that's pretty cool.
Oh, so, yeah. Actually, I do have that one. The Den of Wolves. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I did that one.
Yeah.
So, Midnight said that women are mean because they clout, you know, they gouge eyes, pull out hair. Guys tend to be brutal, not saying a lot. Ha ha ha. And then Long Roger says, the only fist fight I've lost was against my dad. And Midnight says, I've taken Taekwondo, I know that one, Muay Thai, and Shotokan Karate, and some Krav Maga. Not me, I had
Judo. Krav Maga.
Judo, and I have a brown belt in something. I can't remember what it is. Sorry. I'm having my brains freezing on me.
Yeah, I had judo as a kid, but not much self-defense other than that. I used my stature.
It's a self-defense martial arts. You know, I feel really bad now because I can't remember it. And I've had Filipino stick fighting.
No.
But you can't do it right unless, you know, you're trained by a Filipino teacher.
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't really exist. Like, it's one of those things where it's part of their culture and it doesn't really exist. So if you've learned it from someone who's not Filipino, then it's not really You didn't really learn it. Does that make sense? It's a very weird cultural thing. So, like, there's a lot of people don't know that there's a Native American knife fighting martial arts, but you have to learn to be able to use it. You have to supposed to be Native American or be adopted into the tribe that does it. I went to see a demonstration on it. It's really cool. Really, really cool stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Usually it's in the Midwest, and sometimes they'll have shows on it when you go to see, like, they do their dancings and their drum circles and all that stuff. They'll have it.
Oh,
yeah. Really cool stuff. Long Roger, whoever's streaming, go ahead and put them in the. Go ahead and tell me, and we'll give them a shout out. Because I know Gaming Mike was streaming Fortnite. It's been a quiet Monday. Wasn't really a whole lot of people doing stuff.
Yeah, it was unusually quiet.
I'll notify the crypto.
And Sunday too, the whole weekend actually. So I thought there must have been a lot of stuff going on, in the towns where people were at, like, because it was probably nice. People were out.
Yeah, warming up.
Yeah, people were out and stuff. That's it, Mike. Just Gaming Mike's streaming, because Ivy Mike streamed yesterday twice. He streamed.
Right.
For the conversion, and then he's just doing a testing. Where are you guys?
There's another loot box over here.
Okay, well, I have to finish playing with this dude, and then I can come over there. Here. Oh, I'm so bad with it. Oh, it's Tank again. I got him. Where'd that other one go? Oh, there you are. Who are you hiding out here, guys? What was up with that? You were gonna jump on me, weren't you? Okay. Where are you at? Are you behind me?
Behind you. Yep.
Still behind me?
Yeah, I'm up
there
against the mountainside.
There was another guy over here with you. Dancing. You're up here dancing.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Maybe because there was, like, Tricky or one of the other guys. Who is it? What's his name?
Trickster.
Somebody else over there took it.
Trickmeister.
Yep, just Gaming Mike. So, and Richard Huntington was yesterday. He streamed.
Yeah.
But, and let's see. No Reaper. He said he took a break.
Yeah, he should be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do much over the weekend either, because sometimes he does stuff over the weekend. Where are you going?
Here, see if you can hop on.
Hop on? I don't know that you can hop on. I don't know that you actually exist. Oh, maybe. I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty funny.
Try to keep you on.
Yeah, that's probably what you have to do, because I can't. I mean, I don't. See it. Look down. Yeah, there's the shadow. The shadow shows it. That's funny. I didn't know you could do that. And we learned something new today. I mean, because Thunderpoo and I play Fortnite, and he was making me jump on the rockets. That was kind of funny, but you have to do it a certain
Holiday
way.
Here. You know how this goes. You bring me salvage, and I keep your ships from falling out of the sky.
Let's see if we can dance on it next time. The problem is I can't get a picture of it, or somebody else is looking at me. That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, hey. I've never seen this little cave over here. Nothing in here, but...
That's a good place to hide out. Maybe it's part of something when you're doing something else. But some of these pop up to be something else, like when you're doing different stuff.
Oh, hey. Chest over here.
Oh, here I got the coils. Yeah, Savjazz was telling me how sometimes the chest will show up and then the chest don't show up. It's really weird. Oh, I can't get it.
Yeah, if there's one right there.
You
got it? Cool.
Yep. There were some coils outside. Danny Chadwick was doing a lot of streaming this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
He did Sims.
Hive.
Because I don't do Sims. I don't watch them for very long. I just don't understand the draw to it.
Right.
We might want to check this out.
I mean, not, you know, for long periods of time of watching, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just me. I mean, I like
Oh.
stuff like that, but I play games like that. And I probably wouldn't stream it. I follow you this way, follow you that way. Do you have any idea where you're going? 'Cause, you know,
I do now.
yeah, I see it now too. Oh, he's a big
Yeah,
guy.
he's.
Yes, we're on it.
Yeah, we're gonna be dying a lot. Oh, nice.
Woo! Come here. I got they got a present for you. I was gonna give you a present.
Cool.
That's cool. That bounced me up really good.
Nice.
Level 30.
Yeah.
He was added to
That was a
something
tough
else
one.
too. Those big ones you get up on Mars, those are they'll get you.
Yeah.
Oh, mealtime gaming is live, but he's not called mealtime really. He's MTG, GNG.
MTG, GNG.
GNG. Yep. Because he really likes Geknip Gang. Loves you guys.
Yes, he does.
Loves you.
I don't know why he changed the from mealtime to MTG.
Maybe he couldn't get into his account. That's what happened. Sometimes his things get changed because he can't remember. Yep, MTG, GNG, like Roger just said. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask him. I should ask him one time why it changed.
Yeah.
I just haven't. I was talking to him today. He was playing because he made the letters GNG. I want to know if I had seen them. And
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw the pictures, and he's been practicing. He's been practicing Fortnite, and I told him, you know, practicing is all you can do. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't anything else. Nothing in here either.
If Fortnite didn't have building, I think I'd like it better.
Well, if it wasn't for me, if the building wasn't required, like you could build, but you didn't have to build, you know, like you really have to build to get anywhere. That would make it. Save the World is pretty fun though, and you do build and save the world, but not like you do in Fortnite. In Fortnite, you have to build. In Save the World, you have to build, but you're not building, you know, you're building to save things, to protect things. You make a fort around whatever the mission is. It's really weird.
Okay.
And it was well worth the price though. If everybody asks me, and I always say this, it's well worth the price to pay for the Founders Pack, even though that won't give you the Battle Pass. It will give you enough, you will earn enough V-Bucks to buy a Battle Pass from it. I just happened to buy the Battle Pass because I wanted it, and my daughter said I could. So we spent $50. You can spend $60 and get a Battle Pass included in the thing.
Oh, okay. So the Founders Pack includes a few V-Bucks.
It's V-Bucks, yeah, and I can't remember what else, but it gets you into the game, and you can play, and it gives you the loot llamas and all that cool stuff. But it doesn't give you a Battle Pass. But if you pay it, you go up, the next one up gives you the Battle Pass, I think. It's the $60 one, I think. But you can just buy the $40 one, like I said, and then you'll make, through playing the game, you make V-Bucks. That's one of the things you make.
Right.
The thing is that it's supposed to go free. I'm not sure how that's going to work when it goes free, but I would assume then you wouldn't be able to buy the Battle Passes with the V-Bucks anymore because they'll probably take that aspect out. I lost
Right,
you.
it wouldn't make sense to make it free. Oh, I'm up over the ridge. Oh, you made it up to level 30.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm down in the
Okay, I'm coming.
Oh, I see you. No, I see you now. I just needed to know where you went, so I don't keep following down around. I lose people very often, so I just say,
no
I
worries.
lost you. I'm gone. You gotta figure out where I am. Jazz laughs at me all the time. He stands behind me and shoots me in the back, and I'll be like, did you just shoot me? Maybe.
That's a good idea. That'll be like tapping you on the shoulder.
Yeah. Just shoot me. There I am. This is where I'm at. Yep, you can see me. But yeah, so when you asked about, games, because I know that I tell people all the time, I don't have a lot of money, so I'm the person to ask about, John Ironclad can find all the really cheap games that are out there, He comes up with games. He just got one, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called Don't Bite Me, Bro. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I saw him playing that.
So I downloaded it for the kids. They love it. It's not that big of a game, and I think my son thinks it's in beta. So it's not, well, and probably, overly done. But it is very cute, and they enjoyed it. And I was able to turn the blood off. I was a little worried about that, because piles of bread stuff comes out of it when they were dying. I was
really?
Okay. It was a little intense for... little
kids,
but it's fine. But it's very Roblox-like style. So he enjoys it. But the kids enjoy it. The little one plays
I'll let the city know we secured it
when he can.
Should bring a nice reward.
So for a free game, that's good. Terra's pretty good. I'm not. It's not one of my favorite style games. I'm not a big MMO kind of person. I like the fact that there's a lot to do in it. So you don't have to play with other people, except if you want to get in the dungeons. But there's enough stuff for you to do stuff. So that's good. I don't know how long I'll play it. Probably play it for a while with people.
Yeah,
I won't play it no more.
I had it for a while. I ended up uninstalling it. I made the character, I got it for almost everything or whatever, and then it just, I got stuck in a boss fight where it loads me in, but I can't get up to it. I can't get up to where the boss is.
Right.
There's a little gate that's closed, and no matter what I do, I can't open it. So,
is that still on the island? Is that where you were on the island?
I think so.
Yeah, that one's tricky because you have to go back and find the dude, and he doesn't pop up immediately to get into it. You have to talk to this dude that's dying. Yeah, that was my problem the first time playing it, was I got lost a lot, and I couldn't figure out how to get through it. So I was like, I don't know if I want to play this or not. Then, when you play it with other people who explain it to you, then you're like, oh, well, that makes sense. But yeah, I think that for me the issue is going to be is that you can spend a lot of money, and I'm not a big spend money in a game kind of person. Hi, let's see, I'm going to think of it. Devashir. I mess his name up every time. I see you're up. I thought you were traveling today. I got Neverwinter to play with, Roger on the Xbox. That seems to be a lot like Kara too. I may end up dropping all of those and just get ESO because I like the Elder Scrolls storyline style.
Oh, you're down. You're
down here. I was following the bad guys. I'm coming back. They're all gone.
Oh, okay. No worries.
They're all dead, Chavo. It was the thralls. The thralls came at me and I had to kill them.
We're out of a job now.
I'm out of a job? Oh well, life goes on.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to backtrack where we were to get back to the patrols. How about a change in scenery?
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, so I download them, and then I go through the games, and we decide in the house the games we play. My daughter loves Fortnite, so that'll stay. That's why we bought the Founders. And to us, spending the $40 for them was, Gameless Daddy has it on ESO on Xbox One. Yeah. Buying the Founders pack was a way of telling the developers we really enjoyed it, even though it's free. And I know they probably make a lot of money from it, because there's just people that are going to always spend money in games. I know a lot of people always say, why do they spend money in games when they don't have to? Well, because they can, and they can buy buy pretty stuff. People like to buy pretty stuff.
Like dances.
Yes. I bought the Wiggle for Fortnite because that just cracks
me
up. Yeah, it just cracks me up to watch that dance. I don't know why. I mean, I used to be able to do kind of a dance like that in real life. Couldn't do it now. It's like the hula hoop. Can't do a hula hoop. There was a guy I used to dance with. He could do those kind of things really good. What do you want a gun with a rate of fire that's got and 2 magazines and the rate of fire is really low? That seems really silly. Silly.
What's the name of it?
Oh, I don't know. You popped me out of the thing I was looking at.
Oh,
land all
sorry.
No, it's all right. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. The game's fault. They finally decided we're going someplace.
Yeah.
We're going to someplace. That's it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very picky. I like submachine gun or sniper if I can get someplace where I can sit and use them. But I've learned this about myself. I would have probably been a sniper.
Where to first?
Person.
Waking Ruins?
In
Academy?
The military.
Your call, Guardian.
If I had been able to stay, because it's very slightly disconnecting. Woo! Can make my cape go. Wee. Well, Roger, if I get ESO on the Xbox, then we can all play. The problem is I'm so late at the game when we're talking about, buying free game, getting free games, and getting games that are on sale and stuff. I'm always so behind the times. Same, like Ark. I got Ark, and everybody had already played it. There wasn't much playability, The only reason I ended up being able to play it was because Savjaz decided he was going to open up his own server because he had quit playing because of how people were. And then, same thing with Destiny. He said he didn't have nobody to play with. And I was like, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that kind of stuff happens a lot. Like, I feel like I didn't get I bought Destiny 2 secondhand used a couple months after it released, and I feel like I didn't get a good hearty playthrough. I had a couple months where we were real active, but everyone just got tired of it.
Well, they get tired. The other thing too is that other new games come out, and whereas I can't afford to buy all the new games that come out, it's one game per whatever. I have to pick what I want and decide, be real picky and choosy about it. A lot of other people don't, because if either people are buying them the games or they have an income that allows them.
Right.
And so.
Yeah.
And that really is how it works. But it's fine. It's just that when people say, "Oh yeah, come on, we'll play with you," and then by the time you get it, they're done playing with it. Savjaz was really great about that. One of the reasons that he'll ever be dear in my heart was I told him I don't have any of the DLC for Destiny. He said that's fine. When you get it, let me know and I'll re-download it and we'll play it. Well, Monster Hunter came along and
we need your
I asked
help,
him,
Guardians.
"You want to play?" And he's like, "Well,
salvage from around this location.
I've been playing Monster Hunter." I said, "Well, just let me when you're done." He said, "Cool, because it'll work that way." And I tell people that all the time. If I say you want to come and play and you're doing something else, it's fine. Just let me know when you want to play, and I'll pull it out and dust it off and play it. I like Destiny enough that I'm only playing right now just the Hunter. On Xbox I have all 3 of the characters up. It's the one game I do. It's another game I have both. I have Fortnite on Xbox too, so But I was like, I'm not going to keep buying the same games on both consoles. So some people, Roger and I will talk about what games, and I'll pick up games to play with him, and then I'll play other games with other people. Thunderpoo and I play a lot of Fortnite together, so that works out.
Yeah, I don't play Fortnite much. Just whenever my brother-in-law wants to play, he'll text me.
Yeah, because he likes it, right?
Oh, he loves it. He just hit level 100 on the battle pass.
Ooh, he got the Reaper.
He got the Reaper. And
was it John Wick, as John Wick, as Gaming Mike calls it?
Yep. It's the John Wick. So I was playing. I was like, dude, you got that? He's like, yeah, I just unlocked it yesterday. I'm like, well, cool. I'm gonna go be the basic skin guy while you be your fancy, be your fancy Reaper.
Well, and it doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't change. A lot of people, think it changed. I have noticed that some of the people that do get to it very quickly, I think, are better at playing the game than other people are. But I haven't noticed that. I've played some people that, like, I would think they know how to fight better than they do. But they don't. They build really well. Did I get all the little pieces that have fell down?
I don't build well.
I don't either.
But
it's alright.
I mean, if it was just based on gunplay, I think I'd be pretty good. I've been playing PUBG Mobile, which has been surprisingly excellent.
Oh, I didn't know they had a mobile.
Yeah, they have it for Android and iPhone. And
somebody told me, who was it that told me that PUBG and Fortnite were made by the same developers.
So Fortnite.
It's just one of them is like a sister company, like was the money came from them.
Epic Games made the Unreal Engine that PUBG and Fortnite both run on.
Yeah.
So I haven't been able to fact check the claim. I just did a quick search on it, but I don't have a definitive answer whether or not Fortnite or PUBG. I guess it's Bluehole Games, who owns PUBG, whether they actually sued Fortnite or not, but I know it was reported by Kotaku.
Yeah, I'd seen that. That's why I was a little surprised, but the guy that told me said all you had to do was look it up, and they're a sister company that are both funded by the same company. Now that would make sense. I've seen a lot of companies that do things like that, where you have like Disney. Disney will buy 2 or 3 different companies, and then they kind of let them go on their own. And then sometimes those companies don't know that they're both owned by or been funded by Disney until you get down into stuff like that. And you can actually sue sister companies. Like if you have a sister company that you're under a big umbrella, you can sue them still. So I was going to look into it. I hadn't, I don't argue with people. I just say, okay, if I have to look into it, I'm not going to say that's for true or not true.
Right.
I got to check it out because that's the way the world is.
Exactly.
As Gaming Mike will tell you, I'm a sucker for fake news. Well, because my son's like, did you know they're blowing up Tilted Towers? I'm like, I heard something about that. Well, there's people that are saying it's happening now. So him and I went on, and there were like 6 people that had that in their thing. So I was like, how come nobody here on Geknip Gang is doing something like that? And he's all like, it's fake news, it's just clickbait. I said, oh, well, I'm a sucker for that shit.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that are, I mean, those sites or those streams were getting thousands and thousands of live viewers.
Yep, they wanted to see them. And I was like, how did they know? Because that was my first thing, was like, wait a minute, Gaming Mike didn't say nothing about it. He knows everything. How does he not know? So then he went and fact-checked for me. So I was like, cool, better you than me, because I didn't really want to fact-check it. It wasn't really that big of a deal, was why I didn't want to. I just wondered why nobody, if it was happening, how come, none of the big Fortnite players on the Geknip Gang was doing one. Well, that made sense after he said something, but it was like, oh, thanks, that's all he had to tell me. But he always then he laughs at me, because you're like, oh, you really fell for that, huh? Yep, that's me. Fake news all the way.
What's crazy is, I'll watch a lot of other Fortnite streamers when none of our peeps are streaming. And the ones I was watching were banning people, or well, not banning them, but timing them out when they would ask about Tilted Towers, being destroyed, because they heard it so much
That's funny.
Yeah.
There's a guy that plays No Man's Sky. Galactic. I can't remember his name right now. But I have him on. He knows Iceman and Boondock and all those. And he was all like, he had a troll who was like, you're playing this game, you know, and the typical trolling, right? And he's all like, no, don't scare him away. I want him to stay. He'll give me all kinds of lines. We got up to like 200 lines, him just talking to this guy. It was funny. I was all like, I talk to people, and then they start liking me, and then they're not trolls anymore. I told him that. I said, I can't talk to him nice. If I talk to him nice, they keep coming back. And then they become a sub, and they want to be hanging out. I'm like, I don't want to hang out with you. Go away. But yeah, no.
That's who we need. We need to get in here too. Is Boondock. So we played some Destiny with Boondock a couple months ago.
Yeah. Did he have fun?
Yeah, we had fun. We did some Crucible stuff.
Ask him before if you decide you want to do that. I'm not sure how that'll go over.
We have an opportunity to strike a high-ranking target.
Okay.
Encoding dispatch to
there's a little bit of history there.
Okay. No
and
worries.
I don't know. We don't ever say nothing to each other anymore, so I don't know how he feels about it. I don't care if he wants to play. It's all good for me, but like I said, I haven't talked to him in I don't know. It's got to be about 6 months now. Yeah. Because we used to all hang out together.
Yeah, it's been. I know for me, it's been since he switched over to Twitch. I haven't talked to him much at all. He popped in one time when we were all playing together and played a couple matches, and that was it.
Yeah, him and me played Just Cause with each other a couple months ago. Well, we were in the same, you didn't play it together, but so that tells you how long ago it was, because it was when I was playing. I had Just Cause, I took it off, That
was when it was the free game of the month.
I had it. I picked it up in August, played it in September and October, and then I dumped it off. We just dumped it off in November. I didn't beat it. My son beat it, but I didn't beat it. But him, Ninja Pro, I want to say Thunderpoo probably was playing it too, but that was before I was playing. And yeah, we were all playing and talking, and then something happened, and I to this day can't tell you what it was. And I was told not to ever darken the doors of the Boondock port ever again. And he blocked me on everything.
Gotcha.
So I just, I have no automaticity at all for anybody, ever. If I don't like somebody, I will just say straight up, I don't like you, don't bother me, go away, and that's the end of it. I won't say bad things about them. I won't, I'm not that way. It's not my thing. Yeah, I don't know. So, but I've been told that Colt and Iceman said that he went through some difficult times.
Okay.
But yeah, ask him if he wants to play. I'm not sure. I'll play with anybody though. I don't have to. It's not like they're coming to my house and hanging out.
Right.
If they were coming to my house and hanging out, that'd be a different matter. I'm kind of picky about that.
Yeah, same here.
Well,
I'm actually kind of picky about
who you play with online. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
As long as they're not bad mouthing and they're not sexist or horrifically horrible, like you're kind of biting your lips because you're embarrassed by what they're doing. And there are a few I've met like that, but yeah. Some of the
multiple parts.
They're not Russian, Serbians that we play with for Fortnite. I've had to say, you got to tone it down a little bit, please. They're young. They say, we're young males. You know how it is. No, never been a young male. I've got a clue. Sorry.
Jeez.
I'm a non-genderist, so as far as I'm concerned, they're the same as young girls, so... This society is what dictates how you perceive yourself in gender. And then they're all like, what? Don't worry about it. Someday you'll understand. You'll have a little girl. Well, maybe you won't. Some people don't. When your little girl says to you, why can't I be this? because you don't have the requirements, apparently. My grandson wants to be a brain surgeon and be in the military and be an astronaut. We've been telling him what he has to do. He's like,
a brain surgeon in space?
Yep, a brain surgeon in space is what he wants to do. I told him he probably could. He'd join the Air Force. He probably could do that. Be a ranger in Space Ranger. Well, he's only 4, so it's a good chance by then there'll be Space Rangers.
That's true.
But yeah, I have quite different people I play with. Like, so he was talking to me saying that, and this guy that was on the chat could hear him, and he's like, "No, he can't do that." He's telling him, it's people like you who tell kids what they can do in life, and then when reality hits, they can't do it. I'm like, been disappointed much?
Yeah.
Go ahead and explain to him how.
I mean, I understand that idea of, you want to explain the reality to the child, but you can't. Reality is a hard thing to explain even to yourself.
Right, well, and if you tell somebody they can't do something before they've had a chance to find out they can't do something, they'll never try it.
What that part of the message says.
So I'd rather have you try it and be disappointed than to protect yourself and say I'm never going to try anything because it's never going to work. Right. I mean, we already know that failure is what prompts many people to do great things in life. So by saying that, and I get how disappointing and how horrific it is. I mean, I've had disappointment in my life, and it was hard. It was hard to deal with. I just had it recently when I was told when I can't work and they don't know what's wrong with me, and I'm like, I spent 5 years going to school. You can't say this to me, I can't do what I love doing anymore. Wait a minute, all my life I didn't want to work, and now I can't work, and that's like a whole different thing, So disappointment, occurs in life. That's just, you might see the girl of your dreams, and then realize that person doesn't love you like, you thought they would. And so it's just part of life, and it hurts, and it's hard, but what's the alternative is to hide away from it? What fun would that be?
Right.
And I'd rather have my children have fun and have the disappointment, and then make it and teach them that, okay, so you had this disappointment, now what are you going to do instead? And I do reality, but I don't, there's no way that my grandson wouldn't, at this point in time, as he is, couldn't join the military, become a pilot, become an astronaut, and be a brain surgeon. It's not something that's not unrealistic. Now, my son can't, and he knows that, because he has a huge anxiety issue. So his ability to join the military is going to be limited. So he's still got 4 or 5 years to deal with it, but it's not going to happen. And him and I talk about that. If this is your goal, you're going to have to change some things up in life. And one of them is that fear of spiders you have. It's very disabling for him. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah. They told him to go out front yesterday to get me some water bottles because I conserve rainwater. And he didn't come back, and I had to go around, and he came back fine. What's up? And he's like, there's spiders out there. I'm like, there are no spiders that I saw. But there are because they're outside, so you can't really say that. I had to ground him. I had to do the hard therapy thing. Okay, you're grounded. I asked you to do something you didn't do. But there's a blah. And I'm like, I eventually had to go out front and stand next to him and help him. I didn't do it for him. I just stood there and supported him while he was trying to. But I know how crippling fear is. Yeah. But we all have to push through it at some time. I've done it a couple times. It's hard to do. And then there's times when you don't do it. But then you have to realize there's that disappointment. I'm not going to be able to do the things I wanted to do because I can't push past the fear. But a 4-year-old doesn't need to worry about that. Because he'll change his mind. I had a friend whose son wanted to be a female. And everyone kept telling him he couldn't be a female. I said, well, don't tell him that. He could be a female if he wants. There's all kinds of ways you can do that. Not even talking about surgery. He just dress up like a female. There's no problem in it. But they were very afraid that he would then choose to do that. He did. He became deceased, but I don't know. A lot of it, he said, was because he didn't have much freedom when he was younger to find out about who he was, or who she was. So it's one of those things. It's hard. It's hard being a parent because you have your own set beliefs, and you want to pass them on. You know, you also want kids to be healthy.
Yeah.
I've had people, parents I've worked with, who have disowned their children. Took them down and turned them into foster care system because they didn't agree with them. I don't know that I myself would. Though I have told my kids, you can go live with your dad. I don't know how that works out for you, okay? You come back and tell me how that worked out. You thought I was bad. Woo-wee.
Yeah.
I'm pretty strict though. What's your youngest, your little girl's name? Oh wait, you
Stormy.
might want to say over. Stormy?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, Stormy. Yeah.
That's a pretty name.
Oh, thank you.
Is she your third child or your fourth?
Yes.
Third.
She's my third, yeah. Yeah.
Because your oldest is Micah, right?
Right.
Is that right?
Right.
He's your oldest boy. Right.
He
Then
sure
do you
is.
have a middle boy or another girl?
Another boy. So you got Micah, Jack, and then Stormy.
Stormy's gonna be spoiled by Mama.
Oh, by all of us.
That's one
for
more
sure.
message sequence.
It's funny. I always tell people I'm a non-genderist, but my daughter's father is very into traditional
So that's what the
gender,
message was about.
and would do things like
Fascinating.
my daughter didn't have any hair when she was a baby. It was that very fine baby hair. He would tape bows in her head so people would know she was a girl. It was like so important that people knew she was a girl. I would have her in dresses, and people would ask me, what my boy's name was.
Yeah.
I told one guy I know he had to been smoking crack or something. He's like, what's the baby's name? I said, Rachel. Why'd you name the boy Rachel? I don't know. Just felt like it that day. I had to say, because I was like, how do you look at a baby and say, oh, that's definitely a girl baby, or that's definitely a boy baby? Unless you're dressing them up in the colors, nobody's going to know.
Right. We had the same thing happen with both Micah. People were like, oh, she's so cute. I'm like, well, yes, he is.
Yeah, that's what I'd always say. Yeah, you're right. And then with my daughter, it was like, after a while, it didn't matter to me. I didn't care, but are you like dead over there?
I am. Oh, that's cool. I hit the button out of, yeah, he's a tough one.
I just respawned. I'm sorry, you were late.
Okay. No worries.
Guardian down.
Oh, wow, he got me again.
Oh, wait, I got other before we get there.
That's fine. I gotta switch my heavy out. I need to get something that's not so close range.
But I didn't, it didn't seem like, after a while I didn't care. I just was like, yeah, I disagree. Yeah, it is funny that I named him Rachel. Must be something like boy named Sue or something. I mean, after a while, it was like, well, what does it matter? Because you can't.
Right.
There's no way to really explain to these people.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's true.
But then with my son, I didn't care, and after he wasn't when he was little. Bobby Joe now, everybody thinks he's got really long blonde hair, and so he after it got to a point where I just let him decide. Ooh, it's all dark. Go away! I don't like you. You're rotten. Woohoo! I'm running. Where are you? And you're still after me. Can you give me a chance to rest
Alright,
Vandals everywhere. Whee!
Cool. He's down.
You got him?
Yep.
the other one too? There was 2 of them over here that was smacking me. You got them both?
Yeah, they're the big guy and the smaller guy. Yeah, they're all down.
Okay. Now all we got is a little thread. I had to run from him. He was killing me. He was killing me.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like this little spot on Venus, because I mean you can just run circles around here killing things.
It's good to know if I'm looking for things to kill. Roger says his 2 little girls are now 13. I knew that.
Oh wow, yeah.
Teenagers, no. I don't like them. You don't want them. Take them back. Send them. I had this belief when I used to work with lots and lots of teenagers. I worked at a special school for children that have a hard time in real life. And they'd say to me, "Oh, why do you work here?" Because I don't like you. I don't like you. So I think I should straighten you up so that the world will like you better. They'd just laugh at me. And they always thought it was so funny. You like video games? Yeah. So we'd talk about video games all the time. It was always a good way to get. Never failed. Always kids talk to you about video games. Art, clothes, toys. I mean, it's not that hard to get kids to talk to you. But yeah, right. It was always so funny. They'd say to me, why do you work with us if you don't like teenagers? Because I'm a sucker for pain. Somebody's got to work with you. You don't want somebody soft-hearted to work with you guys. Treat you right. What do you guys do it? Go away. But you can pretty much tell what kind of teenagers you're going to have from 3 things. 1, if they're horrible little brat children when they're small, you're probably going to cruise through teenagehood pretty well. If they're quiet and compliable and the best friend you ever possibly can have, and they do everything you want them to do when they're little, you're going to have a hell of a time when they're teenagers. And if they've had some traumatic event in their life, before they hit teenagehood, they're going to be just a pill. So like mental health, things like that. You're just going to have a pill for a teenager. Give it up. Get all the help you can. Yeah. So my son was a horrific child. Not too bad. He's still got a little. He's going to be 14. He's probably going to turn out to be a very nice man. But I probably won't do him well in reality. I don't know yet. That's why I tell him he can stay with me forever. Protect him from the world. It's a rotten world. It's a rotten world. You can stay with me forever. People make fun of me. Your boy's going to be the boy living in the basement. I tell him that, but he's like, I don't care. I don't mind being the boy living in basement. When my daughter was very compliable, sweet, everybody loved her. 7th grade came, and I wanted to bury her in the backyard. Everybody else still loved her. But mouthy. They get mouthy.
Yeah.
So if they're mouthy to begin with, I think it's just that you're used to them. I mean, but I really think if they're mouthy when they're young, they've gotten it out of their system. They already know how to be their own self, because that's all being a teenager is about. It's becoming your own person. And the problem is it happens rather quickly in a time space that, we think it's quick, but it's not. It's over a period of time. But like one day, you're hanging out with your son and he's having fun times, and the next minute he's telling you what a drag you are, and you're like, what? Where'd that come from? As they're learning to be their own self, you have to go through that period of time, I always say, kick the guy off the king of the mountain kind of thing. But then I've studied a lot of that. Did a lot of studies with kids. My specialty in life, child psychology, which isn't much different from adult psychology or pet psychology.
Pet psychology? Like like training and stuff.
No, yeah, behavior and with your dogs and reading behavior in your kids, because dogs and kids share the same growing capacity from 0 to 5. Dogs just end at about a 5-year-old. Behavior when they hit adult. So, unless you're lucky and get special dogs, you might get a little higher intelligence. It's rare, but in behavior. One that cracks me up is your dog's depressed. How do you know? I mean, I could get that my dog might be sad. I don't know how you can really determine
bounties for enemy tech from this location.
Yeah.
Usual terms.
I'm trying to get over here. Just being killed, guys. Yeah. You ever want to know about child psychology? I'm the one to talk to. Abnormal psychology in children. Abnormal psychology in children. Sad. No child should ever suffer from schizophrenia.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Or major depression too. That's because that comes out as aggression. They're not like really sad. They're just overly aggressive, and mean, and rotten to people. You hiding out here with your loot?
Yeah, I just got something new called the Crypt Hammer.
Swords and hammers.
Digital blueprint for the construction of a long-last jump ship. Return this to Holiday at shipwright at the tower. Oh, cool.
Oh, you got a new ship?
I guess.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever got something like that out of a loot box.
Yeah. Maybe because you're level 40.
Could be.
Maybe you hit all the loot you can possibly have.
Oh, nope, not even close. There's so much more loot I need to grind for that I will never get.
You might. I don't know how much video gameplay you get, though, with a baby.
Well, it's trying to balance it all between everything. You know, I don't want to get all playing Destiny so much that I forget how to play other games.
Right.
You know, just trying to balance it all.
Nope, I know exactly. We were talking about that the other day with somebody was saying, how do you play all those different games? I said, well, I kind of like it, but then on the same token, I have to keep relearning every time I go from one game to another for a brief period of time. That's why I came on here earlier before you got on, because I was like, I need to make sure I know what all the buttons do. Or I'll be able to stand in the middle of a firefight going, what? What do I do with this? Wait, you know.
Yeah.
It's not enough brain
as much
power
as I say I'm concerned about it, it came back pretty quickly. Where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know what I need to do.
Good night, Roger. I'll see you tomorrow when we do No Man's Sky.
There is much to claim here. Clear the enemy.
Yeah, have a good night, Roger. I'll
do
catch
the
you
rest.
later, man.
Mission
See you in the
parameters
chats.
encrypted.
Yep, he's a good moderator. My grandson comes up to me. He's all like, just out of the blue. The fact that he knows some of these big words cracks me up. He's all like, Roger says hi, he loves you. He's all like, I want him to be my moderator when we start streaming. I don't remember when that is, but okay, I'm sure he'll be there. He wants to stream some Minecraft to the kids' channel.
Oh.
We don't like wearing the microphone. I'm not sure how that's gonna work yet. Like, yeah, I want to do that. Roger has to be my moderator. My daughter was laughing. This is words he knows. Yeah, that's what happens when they grow up on YouTube. They start doing conversation stuff and stuff. You're all like, well, I didn't.
Yeah, my son was.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say my son was asking me about streaming Minecraft. I'm thinking about doing it on Friday, so I'll have the kids this weekend.
Yeah.
My wife's got has a wedding in Georgia that she's going to. So
weddings are fun, I guess, if you like them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's for her uncle, and so I'll be home with the kids. I was like, maybe I'll do that. I don't know enough about Minecraft. I just played enough to be dangerous.
Isn't that how Well, you know, if you Fridays is when well, sometimes he does, is when Bobby Joe streams too, and he'll stream with kids as well. So if you ask him and you want to do an online, I'm not saying you have to, so don't feel that you can think about it. If you want to do an online with him, because he was the one that we did the online with when the Geknip Gang did it with John Ironclad and Gaming Mike's son, and with another young man that was in there with my son, and they all got together and they did stuff. He does creative. He knows, if you want to know something about Minecraft, he's the boy to do it. He'll tell you he's not very good at it, but you know he's pretty good with kids. Is my son? He's got a pretty good patience. What he don't like is when my grandson purposely destroys something or something. Irritated. But if we tell him ahead of time, you know, somebody's this age and stuff. Sometimes it's more fun to play with somebody that's a teenager than it is to play. I don't know why. Couldn't imagine. Oh wait, I remember those days. It's always more fun. I had aunts that were teenagers in the 60s. They would do stuff like American Bandstand, be turned on, and we'd all dance. Don't do that no more. Well, I mean, we'll probably all dance, but just so you know, if you want help along the way, because you said you didn't know much about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But if you don't, we won't cry in our corner, because I know that Fridays he also does his what's he doing on Fridays? He told me Metal Gear Solid. Go away. I don't know about you. Have that. Oh no. That Metal Gear, the free game, the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, he's been playing that and doing a stream on it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's the one who knew everything about YouTube. Was my son, because he's been watching YouTube since he was probably old enough to figure out how to turn on a computer. I think probably about 5 or 6 years old. And they would use it in school where he was at a charter school, and they'd use a lot of YouTube to look up and do research on stuff. And so for schoolwork, that's what he's always done. If he wants to know something, he just goes online. Why use a book? That would be
Right.
Why would I use a book, Mom? Because why would I use a book? It's not live. Somebody else read it. That's fine. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue with you on it. You know, you're so right. He's got him past his reading level. He's supposed to be. But they always say, I think he watches too much YouTube. Probably. That's all he watches. He don't watch regular TV. He just watches YouTube.
Well, they could say that about all of us.
Yeah, but we're adults. It's all right. We're polluting our brain, I guess. I'm amazed at some of the stuff you still find on YouTube. Like, I'll be watching something, and all of a sudden, really? There's somebody doing this on YouTube? Okay. Why? But then I'm watching it, and I'm thinking, well, because people are watching it. I just found this chick who's glam and gore. So it's makeup with a horror twist to it. She's a self-made makeup artist in Hollywood. So she was doing makeup pastel from Hot Topic. Really? I have to just watch it. I don't know why. I'm compelled to watch this person put on this makeup. But it was very interesting. It was. And because she was talking about the colors that she hates in life are pastel. Ever since she was little, she hated the colors pastel, Easter eggs colors. So she decided she was gonna use a goth glam with that. And it was really interesting to watch too. She had black lips and black eyeliner, and then she got really into the color scheme, and she's like, oh, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That's not something I'd wear every day. But yeah, I was looking at her, and that's what she thing, and then it's just weird channels. Every once in a while I come, Bobby Drake, I share him on my thing. He's an artist who carves things. Does the strangest carving stuff. They turn out really beautiful. He's a really great artist, but he's funny to listen to. Yeah, like, and then he's just kind of goofy when he does it. Like he rode this bicycle. He's gonna carve a sword. He carved a Final Fantasy sword. I think it was Final Fantasy. Might have been League of Legends. Sword in a pencil. So
Out of a pencil?
Out of a pencil, yeah. So he had to go buy pencils. So he rode a little girl's bicycle Yeah. So you're watching him do this, and you think, really, dude? And then he gets home, and something happens, and he loses the pencil. I can't remember what it was, but something happens, and he loses whatever it was. So he's like all upset, and then he goes into his workshop and finds the pencil. And he's all like, wait, I didn't have to go to the store? So yeah, he's just weird. There's weird stuff. But he makes beautiful artwork. The artwork is awesome. But yeah, he made the perfect replica of the sword and the pencil with the lead and everything, and then painted it, and then he painted it and stuff. He made an aluminum foil, not a ball, which is the challenge, but he made this aluminum foil. What is it?
Guardian down.
I'm trying to think here. Oh, you're down too. I'm coming. Aluminum foil sculpture using aluminum foil, and then carved it out. Like he foamed it all up. They foamed it up, and then he rolled it and made it all nice and smooth, like they're doing with the ball. I don't know if you've seen those challenges.
Polishing it.
Yeah, and then he polished it, and then he painted it. So it's really cool.
Nice.
But he's really, if you want to, if you go into my take a chance on me in my Discord, he's in there every once in a while. I find him.
Okay.
He does rocks.
Nice.
He carves rocks and gives them away at art shows and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the most funny, and it's just the way he's done it. It's not just him doing his artwork. He actually, puts a little skit like style going on and talk about it, speed it up, and he'll talk about stuff. It's really cool. Very talented man.
Nice. Yeah. I envy
not as
people
talented
like
as me. I'm not as talented as him. I would love to be that talented. I can work in clay, but I'm not very good in carving, sculpture. Bobby Joe's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't have any type of artistic ability.
Well, everybody has. It's interesting though. Everybody has artistic talent. The problem is that we don't always use it, and didn't learn it at a certain age. Because the younger you are that you learn it, the better off you are. But even programming is a type of artistic endeavor. Anything mechanical, like building engines or designing how your car is going to look or anything like that. All that, everyone has a little bit of artistic in them. How it comes out, though, is based on how you were raised. So, boys by nature, until rather recently, and in some places still are not encouraged to be artists. They encourage girls to be artists. They encourage boys to do science and math. So, that's kind of that thing. I gotta look at my stuff here, because I got stuff I don't need, apparently. Well, I am full. We have to go back to the tower, get rid of some of this.
Okay. Actually, that sounds like a good idea.
Cool.
It's almost midnight here.
Yep,
so
I do need to go to bed anytime.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
Like I said,
I'll go ahead.
down. Take the bag.
I'll go ahead and I'll take us there now.
Anytime you want to play, just go ahead and let me know and tell me, and I'll see what my schedule's like. I'm usually free. It'll only be if my daughter wants the TV or somebody else, or I'm streaming something else. Like we do.
Yeah,
Wednesday we'll be doing Minecraft. Me and my son. We'll do Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
So,
cool.
Yeah. I build a road, that's what I'm doing, and he's doing whatever Usually he's getting killed, is what he's told me now. I could die in Minecraft, Mom. I don't understand. I've been playing Minecraft. He's been playing Minecraft for ever since it came out on Xbox. God, he's been playing Minecraft probably for almost half his life. He's 14,
wow.
So 7-8 years, yeah. Playing it. So But lately he says he's been dying a lot. I said, well, maybe they've upgraded the creepers. Just come and get you now.
Yeah.
Enderman and all that. I'm not very good at. I still run and scream. Look, coming to get me. Oh wait, I have a sword. Yeah, I could use the sword. Except the skeletons will get you. They all gang up on you. That's the funny thing. You find one and then there's like tons of them. Spiders too. Spiders are horrific. And now they're adding more bad guys. And like, people really need more bad guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had fun. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem at all. It was a good time.
Nice streaming going on. So now I have to go up to the bounty guy, right? And turn in my bounties?
No. What you do is you push the option button and then go to, or press L1. That'll take you over to the progress. And all the ones that are yellow, outlined in yellow, you just hover over them. And, yep. Okay. Where are you at? Because I want to watch you. Yep, you already hit 31.
Yep, I'm level 31. Hey. Oh, hey, dude. Wait, Craig, cool you changed your clothes again. Chavo has changed his clothes again.
I was going to tell you, if you have any of the engrams to decrypt, you want to change into your highest level gear before you decrypt it.
Oh, I'm in my highest level gear. I don't have any lower gear.
Okay.
I don't think.
Like, same with the guns and everything. Because when you decrypt the engrams, it goes off of what your power level is when you decrypt it.
Oh, well, that's cool.
So,
all right.
Yeah, so if you have some blue gear that's higher than your purple gear, or
that's cool to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so whatever the highest level.
In my chat is You Are Godsmacked. And he said hi. It's Chavo that I'm playing with. You Are Godsmacked, and it's morning time for him.
Yeah, hey.
Because he's over there in like the Netherlands, or I can never remember which one, if it's Sweden or the Netherlands.
Well, good morning to you, sir. And I do. They're kind of like stirrups.
I know.
They're my sweat.
They're leg warmers. You got leg warmers on. It's the 80s all over again. Yeah, they're actually a really pretty color. I know, my daughter has some. Everything's coming back. She'll ask to go out and say, I need a 90s look. Does this look like a 90s? I don't know. You were born in the 90s. I don't remember what I was wearing. A lot of maternity clothes, I think.
I don't know. I don't remember what I was wearing.
Yes, it's Netherlands.
Oversized shirts.
The Netherlands. You Are Godsmack is in Netherlands, and he said good morning to you as well.
Thank you.
I am. Chavo has to leave now, so we're all going to say goodbye, Chavo.
Pretty soon. All right. Well, you guys have a good evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you may be in the world.
Yep. Just message me, or I'll message you. But message me the next time you're free, and we'll play some more Destiny. I mean, I'll still be playing in between whenever I have a chance. But yeah. The next
sounds
time
good.
You want to play and you want somebody to come along with the shenanigans, let me know.
Oh, absolutely.
We can do whatever you want to do.
What a hopeful text.
So
all right.
Here we are. Well, dancing.
Well, in sync. Yes.
Close. Almost. Pretty close. Yeah, it's really weird to me how they all stand there and watch you. Even though you know they're probably doing something else. It's just really weird. Let's see. Keep coming along.
And this is the one that freaks me out is when they walk up and they start like you see their head go up and and then they stop here and they get there and that's when they go into their menu.
Yeah, and you're like,
stop looking at me.
It's really weird. Yeah, I get, and then they'll follow you around and keep dancing and and then like, do you want to talk to me? Because I'll talk to you. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I don't think I have that one. I just have the sit down, and then I have the I agree with you thing. This, yep. That person's hair is really cool. You have blue mohawk. I blew my up hog. Wait. Calm down. You gotta calm down. That's like in Terra, they had all these really weird ones. We were laughing about them, me and Thunderpoo in Terra. Just cracks me up. Everything has dancing now. It just cracks me up. That's the trend. I guess people really like the emoji stuff. So I gotta see if I have higher things to put on. Alright, well, have a great time being a family man that you are, and I will catch you on the next time, and just like I said, message me.
I will. Thank you very much for having me, Grammy.
You're welcome. Let's see, so that one is, that's the one I am. 140, 153, 155, 145, 55. 155. Okay, so you are Godsmack. You're all that's left, and I'm going to be ending my stream now. And thank you for dropping by. I'm just going to do up all this stuff here. You are Godsmack, need to play some games too. So you should let me know the next time you have some time. It'd be my morning and your evening, so you should let me know, because that would be awesome. 40, 153. Okay, I can't remember. 140. 140. No, don't worry about it. Whenever you have a chance, just message me. If you've got some free time and you want to play, let me know. We'll see what we got to play together. I was very sorry. Why are you very sorry? You don't have to be very sorry. No, very sorry. There's no reason to be very sorry. Okay, that one is 140. So he said the highest, 155. That's alright. That's gonna be nice. She coming to stay with you? You're your oldest, right? Or she, oh. You're working on a place for her, right? Is that what you're doing? What's the good papa? I never had a good papa like that. You a good papa. Let's do that one. Okay, so then we can get rid of that one. Oh well, I got a ton of these. Let's see, 150, 140. No, you're good. Like I said, when you have time. We don't all have time, so. Whenever. Unless something happens to me and I die, I'll be around for a while. So, whenever you have the time. Because you have real life. I have more time than you have. So picking a time is just letting me know, and I'll come in and I'll meet up with you. All right. Have a great work time. Say hi to your wife and your kids for me, and I will catch you on the flip side.